Okay.
Warm greetings to one and all. Myself Sachin Rajesh, and I am here to speak in brief about the scenario of agriculture evolved from 1947. Now let us see the contents of this presentation. Agriculture and Indians, agriculture before 1947, 1950s the era of stagnation in agriculture, 1960s to 1980s the Green Revolution, the 1980s to 2000s surplus production and exports, 2000s new phase for the new millennium, 2010s the eternal growth begins, and 2020s the expecting future. When India became independent in 1947, the agricultural productivity was very low. The agriculture was mainly rained and was being done as a subsistence farming using mainly animal sources of farm power and traditional tools and equipments. More than 80% of the population living in rural areas was dependent on agriculture on their livelihood.
The history of agriculture in India dates back to Indus Valley civilization. Since independence, India has made much progress in agriculture. Indian agriculture, which grew at the rate of about 1% per annum during the 50 years before independence, has grown at the rate of 2.6% per annum in the post-independence era. India ranks second worldwide in farm outputs. As per 2018, agriculture employed more than 50% of the Indian workforce and contributed 70 to 80% in country's GDP.
India, a newly independent country of 360 million, is experimenting with democracy. Armed with a benevolent constitution, the nation's leaders deliberate over ways of improving the lives of the citizen. They stumble upon agriculture by no coincidence. Agriculture in India is the whole and soul of the country, contributing 50% to the GDP and employing more than 80% of its population. The chief objective of the first 5-year plan was to restore the disequilibrium created by the World War II and the partition. The partition of the country resulted in the transfer of the fertile wheat areas of Punjab and rice areas of Bengal to Pakistan. Over the shortfalls, the first 5-year plan gave a predominant importance to the development of agriculture and irrigation out of a total actual investment of Rs 1,960 crores made in the first plan. The decade of 1950 was challenging. It was a time when population began to explode and yield went down. A period marked by limited growth. Agricultural production during this period witnessed low growth in crop and grain production. A good transition from stagnancy to high agriculture production. This period was categorized by pioneering work of agricultural scientists, efforts of farmers that led to green revolution, high yield variety of seeds, increased use of fertilizers, irrigation, resulting in a significant spike in production. The 1980s to 2000s saw a surplus production and exports in the country. During this period, India transitioned from achieving just food security to surplus production. The key highlights of this period include expanding cereal production, economic reforms introduced that provided greater encouragement to exports, surplus of production of agricultural commodities over domestic demand. Now, let us speak about the 21st century as a whole. 47 to 50% of population depend on agriculture. Out of them, a quarter holds land and others are agri-workers. 138.35 million household depends based on the 2010-11 agriculture census. Women participation rate is highest in agriculture. Obviously, most of it happens in rural India. Every agriculture household has 47,000 per capita bank debt. Our productivity increased by twofold since 1976, yet far behind the US and China. Per capita availability of food grains is 510.8 gram per day as of 2013. It is increasing too. Each can consume 47.2 gram of pulses per day as of 2014 and growing slowly. $51.09 billion gets spent on agriculture subsidy. As per farmer figure is just close to nowhere compared other big economies. During 2012 and 30,755 farmers committed suicide. Main reason was crop failure followed by private borrowings. Average farm holding was 2.5 hectare in 70s, now about 1 hectare and they are splitting further. This is because of the population explosion. Modern farms and agricultural operations work far differently than those a few decades ago, primarily because of advancements in technology, including sensors, devices, machines, and information technology. Today's agriculture routinely uses sophisticated technologies such as robots, temperature and moisture sensors, aerial images, and GPS technology.
These advancements and precision agriculture and robotic system allow business to be more profitable, efficient, safer and more environmentally friendly.
Right.